Well, guys, I didn't want it to come to this, but circumstances seem to require it. As I'm sure many of you are aware, there has been a recent event on the channel which has exposed me for what I am, and perhaps more crucially, who I am not. I am not Nick Ross. This event, which has shook gaming to its very core, was of course brought to everyone's attention by a YouTube comment left on my recent Last of Us 2 review. This comment comes from Shadows Risen, and he said, "So you're Joshua Flower. I know Nick Ross pretty well. You got 3 days to tell people your real name, or I'm telling my commanding officers that you're pretending to be someone you're not." And I find this sort of scary. Honestly, I didn't expect anyone to find out my little ruse that was going on, and I'd like to apologize for deceiving all of you into thinking that I am someone who I'm not. I am not Nick Ross, but what this Shadows Risen person seems to have failed to realize is that my name isn't Joshua Flower either. That's just not the case. My real name is Skylar Sams, and I feel like you guys deserve to really know who I am after all these years of deception. So yes, my name is not Nick Ross. My name is Skylar Sams. That's Skyler, Skylar Sams, Sams. That is my real name, Skylar Sams, not Nick Ross. And from now on, I will be introducing myself as such. So I guess upon the mountains of apology that I owe all of you for deceiving you into thinking I was Nick Ross for so long, I guess I owe you some sort of explanation of who I am. I am, in fact, a resident of Missoula, Montana. I am a guardsman. I am in the National Guard here at Missoula, Montana. I'm stationed out of the base we have here in Missoula. And I was very scared that Shadows Risen had exposed me and threatened to contact his commanding officers, because clearly he is a high-ranking official in the National Guard of wherever he may be. He could be some other branch as well. I'm not really too sure, but I didn't want to jeopardize my guardsman career by sort of throwing around false information and deceiving people. So I finally came through with that. But anyway, yes, I am a guardsman in the Missoula, Montana area, and here is my Facebook page, right here. We'll be walking through some of this just so you guys can actually get to know me and who I really am, so we can continue this sort of relationship we have on the channel that I don't really want to jeopardize because of the sort of evil deed I did in deceiving you all. We'll start with my bio. If you double cross me, I'll double the bullets. I'm sort of a very macho, tough guy, sort of edgy badass. If you sort of mess with me, I will shoot you. So there's one thing about me that I think you guys should know. Me, Skylar Sams, that's who I am. And so we'll move on to my intro. I am an assassin at the Dark Brotherhood. That's sort of a niche reference to the video game Skyrim, if you aren't familiar. So there's that, and let's move on. I also am combat at Sneaky Ninja Assassin Services LLC. So again, I'm very sort of tough and macho, good at fist-to-fist combat as well as sort of shooting guns. I'm very good at that, and you should be very impressive and very impressed and sort of scared of me because of how sort of macho and badass I am. I'm a Call of Duty player at Major League Gaming. This again should be something that sort of makes you want to watch out, be like, whoa, look out for this guy. He's a Call of Duty player at Major League Gaming. I study free climbing at the University of Missoula. That's of course a prestigious university here in Montana. And I went to Missoula County High School. So, you guys can sort of learn a lot about me now and who I really am. And I feel like I should address the name. I chose Nick Ross because it's sort of a macho, intimidating name to sort of go with my bio and personality that I've tried to build in my personal life, my private personal life. But and I know you're thinking that like the name Skylar is sort of like feminine and girly, and like something that would get me like bullied in school, and it is and was. So, this it's sort of always embarrassed me to have such a stupid fucking girly loser name like Skylar, since I'm a boy. Like Skylar is a girl name, and if you ever watched the show Breaking Bad, you know that Skylar White is the wife of Walter White, and she's sort of like a crazy womanly sort of person. So I never wanted to be associated with like femininity or like being female, which is the name Skylar, and that's what the name Skylar sort of makes you think of. If you Google the name Skylar and go to images, that'll be the first thing that shows up for a good while. So yeah, I didn't want to go with my stupid, dorky, girly name, Skylar Sams. I wanted a much more macho, sort of impressive name like Nick Ross. And all in all, I would just like to extend my apologies. And, I'll never do something like this again to you guys. From now on, it's just the truth about Skylar Sams and my dumb, little bitch girly name that I have and have been cursed with for the rest of my life. So thank you to Shadows Risen for forcing me to do this, and thank you for all understanding and sticking around with me. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel for more Skylar Sams girly feminine content, and share this video with all your friends and family. Share it on your Facebook page, because I'm sure people are really going to care about that enough to sort of click on it and come to the call. So anyway, this has been Skylar Sams, your guardsman in Missoula, Montana. You're a very tough, macho man with a stupid little Barbie, little baby girl name. Signing off.